You guys asked for it, and here's my ranking of every single 3D Mario from worst to best. Without a further ado, let's jump right into it.
Long ago in a distant 3D land.
Okay, just to point this out, there's not a single bad 3D Mario on the list. And 3D Land is only last place, not because it's bad, but because it's the most traditional Mario game on the list. It's the plot we've seen hundreds of times. Peach gets kidnapped by Bowser, and Mario has to save her. And the Tanuki Leaf comes back, which they emphasized on that a little too much. 3D Land is not a bad game. I know I've been criticizing it a lot in this video, but it's not a bad game. I just prefer a Mario game that's a little more creative.
Mario! How dare you disturb my family vacation?
Mario! How dare you disturb my family vacation? This game is so cheesy and I love it. It reminds me so much of the Sonic Adventure games where the cutscenes are so hilariously bad you can't help but love it. And also, I really like the flood mechanic. Even though it takes a little bit to get used to, it's a blast to use once you get used to it. But also, did I mention this game is hard as hell? Don't even get me started on Pachinko Machine, man. Good freaking lord. You thought that camera in Mario 64 was bad? That is nothing compared to Mario Sunshine, especially in this frickin' level. Not to mention, the way that you move in this level is near impossible to control. Just gonna have to jump and pray your controls actually work and actually get you into the place that you wanna go. And you have to get all the red coins, by the way, and then the shine is in the most obnoxious spot possible, in the middle, where you have to just pray to get there. And you could die even when you've completed the
Oh my god!
I debated on counting this because this is technically a remake, but it's different enough from the original game, so I decided to include it on the list. Super Mario 64 DS is an impressive remake and actually has a lot of content, and this is technically the only mainline game where Wario is playable. However, there is one massive flaw with Super Mario 64 DS, and I think you know where I'm going with this. Say it with me, the controls. While the technology is impressive, playing a 3D game on a D-pad, well, it is tricky to say the least. One of the best parts about the original 64 to me was how smooth the controls were. However, this remake is actually really solid for what it is though. Once you get past the controls, literally everything else about this game is peak. I mean, it has Wario for crying out loud. I'm a Wario, I'm gonna win.
Am I a cat?
Super Mario 3D World. One of the most underrated 3D Mario games in my personal opinion. The controls are extremely smooth, the music slaps, and it's an overall fantastic game. Only reason why it's not higher is because it does not compete with the other insanely good platformers on this list. And trying to 100% this game is very tedious. Not to mention, there's plenty of good character options. I personally like to play as Peach and Rosalina because Peach has the floaty jump and Rosalina has the spin jump. And this is the closest thing we have to a Galaxy 3. Now, if I'm being totally honest, this is only top 5 because of my massive Bowser bias. But can you blame me? They did my boy justice in this game. Look at him. Look at Fury Bowser and tell me that is not awesome looking. Not to mention, Mario goes freaking Super Saiyan. And the only reason it isn't higher is because the game is rather short due to being an expansion of 3D World, sorta.
Coins with me, oh yeah!
Why, thank you for that divine transition, Bowser. Galaxy 2, despite not being as good as the first game, is still amazing. I would have to say that Galaxy 2 has the best soundtrack out of any Mario game, simply for the fact that it's just so epic and, like, orchestrated really well. I really love this interpretation of Giant Bowser a lot because it feels like he's a genuine threat to the galaxy and not just a joke. His battle theme is one of the most epic in the entire series. Even if his bosses are on a little bit of the easier side, they are still fun to do nonetheless.
Coins with me, oh yeah! It's Time to jump up in the air.
Any of these top three could be considered number one, but as of now, my bronze medal has to go to Super Mario Odyssey. This game blew my freaking mind when it first came out. The graphics are absolutely stunning. The music is fantastic, and not to mention all the other kingdoms are just phenomenal. I know this is a typical choice, but Metro Kingdom is easily the best kingdom in Mario Odyssey. Like, oh my god. Not only is it amazing just to see Mario run around in like a New York style place, not to mention Pauline is the mayor, which you think it might be an awkward interaction between Mario and his ex-girlfriend, but like, they get along surprisingly well, and not to mention, Pauline has some amazing vocalists. Jump Up Superstar is like one of the best Mario songs of all time. I know I've said that a lot about like Galaxy 2, but like Odyssey really ferments it in that you're in for a hell of a time with this game. And as of now, Super Mario Odyssey is currently the best 3D Mario game, and honestly, I can understand why. Because genuinely, it's a perfect game. I can't find a single flaw with Super Mario Odyssey, which shows you just how amazing this top 3 is, if Mario Odyssey is only number 3.
I see the king has ordered a new lot. Well, sir, that's a creep.
For the first ever 3D Mario, Super Mario 64 is amazing. You think the controls haven't aged well because it came out almost 30 years ago, but it has aged like fine wine. And on my top 10 favorite video games of all time, I put this at number 2nd. The only reason, and I mean the only reason it's not number 1 this time around, is because number 1 is just so mind-blowingly good that Super Mario 64 and every other 3D Mario on this list pales in comparison.
It's out of this world.
I am struggling so hard to find words, because none of them will do this game justice, but I'll try anyway. This is Mario's magnum opus. Everything about this game is exactly what I want from a Mario game. Outstanding soundtrack, amazing visuals, excellent story elements. Super Mario Galaxy was my favorite video game of all time for over a decade, until Super Smash Bros. Ultimate overtook it. Not to mention, this game introduced Rosalina, which is one of my favorite female characters in all of gaming, hell, even all of fiction even. So it's safe to say that Super Mario Galaxy is easily the best 3D Mario in the Mario series. Thanks for watching. This is Turbo Bowser. Peace out.
Turbo Bowser.